Hi guys, welcome in. Just sharing out the link, say that I am live. Yes, I'm back. It's Admiral Pegasus here on the Pegasus Show, and we've got a bit of a filled show tonight, which is actually a bit of a surprise for me. But I'm glad I've actually got the filled show. So just bear me a second while I get the stream up on the big screen so I can actually see everyone's comments this time, rather than last time where I literally did not see any comments for like, what, nearly an hour? I mean, what a freaking douchebag I was that night. So let me, here we go, that's the one I'm looking for. So, welcome to the show, and tonight we have like I said, a full pack. We've got Solo Armadas, we've got, what did I put down? We've got the 4-year anniversary. Happy birthday, Star Trek Fleet Command. Yes, it is 4 years old today. Woohoo! 4 years we've been playing this game. And it's been it's been a rocky road. Let's face facts, right? It's been a rocky road, hasn't it, this game? It's had its ups, it's had its downs, and this year's certainly been a downer. But hey ho, when we all signed up to the game, it was almost like saying, yes, we marry you. Is it that finger? No, it's that finger, isn't it? It's that one. It's left hand. So anyway, yes, we've got that coming up. I will also throw in some missions after the Solo Armadas, because my Valdor gets a bit bored sat in dock. I don't blame it. It really wants to go out and fight. And then also we will be looking at grading this month as well. Yes, it's end of the arc, so we've got to do a grading. So I thought, I'll tell you what, let's do it as live. Then everyone can actually have their say as we go along. So obviously looking forward to that. Also Cal events up, and so we will have a quick look at that as well, about how antiquated that's become and what could they really do to actually improve Crucible of War. Well, don't really know. And then maybe, if my son doesn't get up, and so if you don't, then we might throw in some Stella Armadas, but we'll have to see about that one. So anyway, enough of the flying gas cloud. Let's jump into the game. Yes, let's jump into the game. And we have the 4-year anniversary events member coming up. Here I am, just in the bottom corner, so let's get that moved over. Oh, it goes nice and black behind me, doesn't it? So there we go, big game up, so you can all see. And let's get some helps out of the way. So, yeah, generally there's not an awful lot that we can actually be doing. But I've got the live chat up, so if anyone wants to jump into chat and say hi, please do. So I'm saying hi to everybody. As you can see as well, I've got ships out ready and waiting. Yes, I've also got 2 miners out ready for towards the end of the stream, so I can put them straight on those before I go to bed. So, how has everyone enjoyed the reminders that we've had over the last 3 days for the 4-year anniversary? I mean, let's face facts, right? They've not exactly been the best things, have they? But they were reminders. They were sort of like token gestures of the previous 4 years. Yo, Nuts, welcome to the stream, mate. Hopefully I'll see your comments all the time this stream. But yeah, the reminders that we have, they have actually named me again. I've only just started, mate. Only just started. So, hi Kevin, today is a great day. Well, I'm glad you think that, because I'm actually going to say that, yeah, I'm going to live up to some of the stereotyping about some English, about how miserable we are. Yes, I am a miserable Englishman, and I suppose I've got to look at the glass as half full, because it is a good thing for Scopley to do what they've actually done. Just got on K-Dub. What's up? K-Dub? Okay, you're gonna have to let me know what that is, because I haven't got a clue. I mean, I'm not up to date on the latest hip hop of the modern world. I'm a bit of a secluded person personally, but yeah. So obviously we were given a bunch of officers, 37 to be precise, and I actually did count that one. I heard that on Ultimate DJ's video, and Rev Juice is saying that we've been given 37 officers. Obviously, for those players between 10 and 19, you will be seeing rare officers. Obviously, Ultimate DJs has said this, Rev Juice has said this. Yes, don't worry, Nuts, you have 5,000 points. Now, there was a gift chest put out. There was an announcement. Just bear with me 2 seconds. I will find said announcement. That one there. So, oh, hang on, that's Rev Juice's video. Right. So, Beck put an announcement out around... yeah, you'll get a bonus chest, because what is, they have noticed that there is a problem with it, so they're sending out a 5,000 anniversary gift tokens, and basically with that it's gonna get got it claimed, smash it. Yeah, so but they have sent out a gift chest of the 5,000 tokens, so by the end of the event, when you've completed the event, to be perfectly frank, if you didn't actually complete the event before the announcement was made, you will end up with 5,000 extra tokens. But then again, you'll probably still end up with 5,000 tokens anyway. So just bear that in mind. Now, right, so I just need to pull a few links because I forgot to copy them. Where's me? There it is. Oh lordy. You can tell I'm not fully prepared tonight, can't you? Well, it's just... Hey! Shouldn't have done that one. Doing. So, just let me know if the music is too loud, so obviously I can turn it down for you if it is. There we go, call that one up. And turn the volume down on that. Okay, no problem, Nuts. Okay, so as you all know, that I'm going to just throw this out there straight now. I do have Discord, come and join it. I'm putting up the links as well. I do have PayPal and Cash App as well, should you wish to donate to the channel, because obviously all donations will be greatly welcome. They are going to go for me to get a proper PC setup, because I'm sat here doing these live streams. I can't put anything fancy on the screen. I can't. It's so frustrating, this limitation I've got because of a mobile phone. But it is a limitation. I've lived with it for nearly a year. Yes, I've actually been doing videos for nearly a year. I actually went back and checked one of my older videos a few days ago. My God, what a time that was back then. Woo! But yeah, so... how's everyone been today? I hope you've all been well, not working too hard, hopefully. So, but anyway, right, so the event. Now, obviously, we've got a trivia event. Congratulations. Cheers, Kevin. It's not quite yet, still got just over another month to go. It's about January the 6th, I think I released my first video. Obviously, I spent a couple of months where I wasn't actually on camera, but I was very dubious about putting myself on camera because I'm not very camera friendly. I'm surprised my camera hasn't cracked, to be perfectly honest with you, but it hasn't, which is a good thing. So I'm quite happy with that. So yes, the chat's not actually working on my tablet, but luckily I've got it on the screen in front of me so I can actually see it. But yeah, so then I ended up going onto camera and got the green screen behind me and never really looked back. So for onwards and forwards, and I'm hoping to get a PC set up at some point in the new year, and then I can put like fancy graphics up and everything. So I mean, to coin a geeky phrase, so I do want to be like Rev Juice or Ultimate DJs. Big fancy images, stuff like that on the screen help you guys as well, because the one thing is with the videos as well, imagery also does help with retention. Now, I'm not going to go too much into Biology 101, but there it is. So that's why sometimes you'll find I do throw random things up on the screen, like screenshots and captions and things like that. Just because stuff like that has that habit of just sticking in your head. So I mean, with a PC setup, doing videos like that, I can put better captions in, I can put more captions in, and hopefully the videos will become more entertaining and more educational as well. So now, ignore the pit behind me, because with the Flash Pass, yes, the Flash Pass is here again, thank God. At least they kept this going. But I don't usually collect all these until pretty much the end. To be honest, I'm not even that bothered about the Flash Pass, because what I'm more interested in is right over here is these. That's what I'm more interested in. Yes. So I can actually do a treasury box. The next one I'm going to be looking at opening will be in January. Yes, the next free-to-play one, if you kept on top of it, will be January. You should be around about, if you've been keeping on top of it and going through ever since I started bringing in these broken DCD mods, and then the Flash Pass and things like that, you should be around about 80 short this month. Yeah, 80 short. I mean, as if 80, really? But hey ho, that's what it is. But anyway, right, so the so let's have a quick look at the officers for the events that we've been given. Typical adverts, come on. So we've got Skinny Mud up on the screen. We've also got Riker. We've got Jayla. Now, Red Juice says that he recommends Jayla straight out as a top character to get. And to be perfectly honest, his logic behind it is undeniable. Jayla is one of the hardest officers to source in this game, unless you absolutely love spending those rare, ordinary directives on Swarm Armadas. Yes, and you need a Franklin A for that one. If you don't like doing them, then this is going to be pretty much the only place you're going to get Jayla, unless you've gone through the various other ways that she has appeared randomly over the last several months. Now, for those below level 35, obviously you're not going to get the opportunity to source Jayla through the Swarm Armadas, because you can't reach the systems where the Swarm Armadas are. So, if between 20 and 35, if you want Jayla, trust me, go for her. She is a fantastic officer, and there you go, nuts. Takes yours to tier 2. I think, yeah, mine will go to tier 2 as well. But was it one extra shot against Swarms, Franklin A? So I think that's going to go up to a +2. I mean, let's jump into the officers' side. And this is another thing with computers. I can use a mouse instead of using my hand all the time. Touchscreen is a fantastic tool. It's brilliant, but it has its limitations. So let's have a look. There she is, Jayla, right next to it. So look at that one. So yeah, so tier 2, she's going up to 2 shots against Swarms and on Eva Franklin. So for those at level 20 through 35, she's going to be a fantastic officer for you to do your Swarms. And trust me, she's good. She is good. I haven't actually done a video on her since I got her, which is one thing that's really slipped my mind. So nuts as well. I haven't forgot. You also requested me to do the officer side of TOS Spock. I'm still trying to figure out a way of doing that video, because it's obviously asking somebody to come and do some PvP with me. I'm not very good at asking people for stuff. So, I use on Solo Armadas, massive bumping points, combined with Jordan 5. Do you put her on as captain then? Well, I get where you're coming from with that one. Killing hostiles with the Franklin or Franklin A. So, with a captain's ability, I really do get where you're coming from with that one. No, that's not a bad idea, that. I don't think should work in my current circumstances, because obviously I'm hitting up 43 Solo Armadas. So, I mean, you'll see some shortly in the show. But yeah, I mean, I suppose, yeah, an extra boost in loot. That'd be interesting to see how well she does. So the downside is obviously because because I am a free-to-play player and I don't have the money to spend, I can't just buy solo directives where I could do testing like that. Now, I actually did put to the others, run a test, hit some Armadas at your level, not for bumping up. Yeah, the one thing with that nuts is I'm actually between 41s and 43s. So, and at the minute with the fleet I've got, I can actually do 43s. But all three of my ships are at least 4.8 million and above. So I think the Enterprise is actually the weakest of the three ships, surprisingly. But yeah, so I will test her at some point. I will get round to that one. I'll sit down and see if I can work out a formation for her. Evening, Taff. We'll just say Taff. I'm going to try. Is it Artie? Taffy Artie? Getting her unlocked is great for extra loot. Yes, it is great for extra loot. Now the one thing is as well, you won't get the extra loot with a swarm. Yeah, I can do 41s quite easily. Not a problem. The extra loot, you won't get the extra loot unless you use her as captain. Now the current meta for using Jailer is actually with this guy and as captain and Spock on the other side, and then Jailer. That's your swarm. Ideally, your swarm crew if you have Jailer. On an ordinary Franklin, yeah, I suppose it would actually work as well. So, but Franklin A's fantastic set. I mean, I can get 22 level 43s. What level are you, Kevin? Because I have actually seen that combination before. And I thought that was more the higher level swarms. Oh, you're up to 41. Okay, so you blew me in. Okay. I'll tell you what, right, hang on. Oh. Sorry, my mum delivered my kids' Christmas presents today. So it's hiding them. Right, I'm sure I've got a pen in here somewhere. Aha! That's a notepad I was looking for earlier. So what I want to do is I want to write this down, because anyone's got any combinations that they want me to look at for Swarm, I will gladly look at them. And I'll gladly run tests with them, with swarms and everything. So that, the old setup was Jailer, Kang, Bev. Strange New World, Spock at T3 does better mitigation than Bev. Oh, right, okay. So, right, so go there. So what we have? We had Jailer as captain, didn't we? New World, Spock, and Kang. Kevin, what tier is your Kang? Pike Monroe Jailer, yeah, that's another good one. Max Kang, that's all right then, because I've got a Max Kang too. So so there's definitely two combinations we can look at. Mine's 800. That's a tier 4 if I remember correctly. Not. So he's still pretty damn fantastic at tier 4. Oh, there we go. Pull that back out of the way. So tier 2 Jailer could promote to T3 as I wanted to. Wow, that's not a bad idea. If you want to, yeah, say that'd be what, 3 extra shots on the officer ability. So right, but these are fantastic ideas and everything. So right, let's have a look at the additional officers that we've got. I've also got Geordie, another loot officer. I've seen him being added to Solo Armada crews as another loot officer. Pretty good. Now you got the original Pike, original Kirk. Kirk won't even bother about because you got plenty of ways to source him. Eurydice, 10 of 11. 10 of 11 can be a bit awkward to source. Burnham, she's got a sourcing, so I wouldn't really bother, but then again, she's a bit of a meh officer. Divine Tindy, absolutely. If you haven't got her, definitely go get it. Obviously, we had that full month where the meta was actually just to unlock Tendy, completing every single SMS. In fact, you had a couple of tokens over, but you ended up doing a full unlock for Tendy, and that was a rare time that Scopley actually did an epic officer through an event, and I absolutely loved that meta. The opportunity to unlock a epic officer, a brand new epic officer, because obviously she was new. It was a lower decks arc, if I remember correctly. Anthology, that's what it was. But it was a fantastic meta as far as I'm concerned. That was the best way for an officer to be sourced. You want an epic officer? You grind for it. You put the time in, you put the effort in. And I guarantee a hell of a lot of us actually put the time and effort in. And then obviously next up you got Chavanek. Again, another officer, she can be easily sourced. 511, another officer who's a pain in the ass to source, but again she's a fantastic officer. She's also a loot officer, and obviously she is part of my Solo Armada loadouts. Sealer, meh, and Anti-Spock, yeah, okay. I don't know what else you can say about her. Gary Mitchell, an officer who's been in the game since day one. Crass as well. Then you got TOS Kirk. Okay, if you're a PvP player and you want to get him maxed out, that's fair dues. Quark. Yeah, it's Ferengi. Khan, 4 of 11. Mariner Beckett, she's the only one of the lower deck set I've not actually got. So for me, the option is, do I actually want to go Saucer? Do I want to get her? But the problem is, I don't really use the lower decks. Hi Stan, welcome to the stream, mate. I don't actually use the lower decks. The only one that I pretty much use most of the time is Tindy. That's it. But every now and again she gets thrown on a ship. Lalon, she spends a lot more time being used. Miles gets used. Yeah. So, Honor Guard Wharf. Now we do have sourcing for Honor Guard Wharf, but again, it's not very good. It's very slow. You got a higher chance of getting 1 shard every 3 days. Yeah. So, I think the last pull I actually got was a rare one. I actually got 2 shards. Yes, I doubled my bonus. But when you've got a 91% chance in an RNG of actually pulling 1 shard and everything's below 10% for the rest of it, well, there you go. Alexander Marcus, again, another way to source him is through your Ultra Chests. Another decent officer, Anti-Explorer, part of the PvP meta and also high-level PvE. Lorca, Hull Breach, again, if you want to get him, I can potentially send mine up to tier 3. Is it tier 3? Yeah, I think it's tier 3. So, at the minute, mine stands at 60% chance of Hull Breach, taking him up to tier 3, take him up to a 70% chance. 3 of 11, cargo protection. So you can't go wrong. Another officer who's been in the game since the beginning is Carol Marcus. There you got 11 of 11, so top of the shop. Then you've got Gigi, Deanna, Kang, as we've just mentioned. I think 3 is great for low-level players who can't get transport plans. You can only get 3 of 11 through transporter patterns. Oh, and ultra recruit tokens, I think. But all she is basically, she's an upgraded version of T'Pring. That's it. She just goes higher than that 300%. She starts off at a tier 5 T'Pring, and she'll go higher. I mean, I think she tops out at 500%, 300, 350, 450, yeah, 500%. So, Gorkin is another officer you don't need to worry about because he can be readily sourced and he's part of the original set that came into the game. TOS Spock, Data's probably a good one to go for, and his will be if you're actually actively doing the missions lately. I mean, I've literally been picking up missions left, right and centre and literally going through them. His officer ability will probably be a good one. Also, there's a chance that you could potentially use him on Armadas as well, but with full synergy he goes up to 25%, so that's not too bad. I mean, I really was considering Data earlier, but I just felt like, yeah, okay, 6 of 11, parts of the Armada meta. Absolute fantastic officer to have. I mean, he's also going to be on Solo Armadas, and what I found is using him with 5 of 11, because that's who I'll crew him up with, I can get a Solo Armadas mitigation down to 17% by the end of the fight. I'm quite happy. I literally floor the mitigation. Grush would not bother. Do not bother. You get a single shot of him every single day through the Syndicate. By the time you get to level 25, you will have him maxed. If not, you will have him maxed long before that. So, Fat Mud. Yeah. Okay, meh. Nero, again, part of the original set. And Rom. Also, Rom is a fantastic officer to get, because obviously his ability to crack bases wide open. So, I actually tried using him on a Tala to smack a level 40. Because Hi Mark, welcome to the stream, mate. I went for Jerry in the end to help with my Franklin. On another subject, I have Pon and Kinky Tiger. I suppose that's right. How would you pair with outweighing current using Marcus as captain? Well, get Marcus off for starters. Nope, you won't have the independent credits. Independent credits for who? Nuts. Mark, back to yours. Get Marcus off the bridge and put Kirk on it. Not TOS. Oh, you're doing PvP? Ah, yes, yeah. TOS Kirk. Put TOS Kirk as captain. So, I mean, he's in this list, so we can actually quickly just look him up. Rush. Oh yeah, you've got to have the independent credits, of course, as well. Right, so TOS Kirk, putting in with Pon and Kinky Tiger. I like that, Kinky Tiger. I think that's a good name for him. We'll see if we can get that circulating instead of calling it what is it, Ikiki Tiki or something like that. Ikitiki, or I don't know. But Kinky Tiger, I like that. Nuts, you're saying obviously Marcus is finest captain. Yes, because obviously his ability to start morale. But the one thing is, it's not extremely high. I would actually have more faith in this or the original Kirk that we got to start morale to boost those officers. But TOS Kirk does have his limitations when it comes to it, because obviously it only inspires morale for 1 round, and your whole health does need to be above 30%. Obviously, once you drop below that 30%, he no longer works. Officers, 50% defense to officers' defense to energy weapons as well. So, obviously, stacking defense below deck as well will really boost up your weapon damage as well. And obviously, that's when the ship has morale. So, his officer ability directly affects his captain's ability. Couple that with Pon and Ikatika, or Kinky as we'll call him now.
Hey, did you catch
yeah, you're looking at a pretty decent set actually. So I mean, mine's tier 4. So obviously both those stats based on, obviously take the stats based on what your tier it actually is. So, but yeah, so they're the officers. We obviously will be going around doing the event, the questions. And all the questions, as has already been stated, are centred around the history of STFC. So if you haven't done it yet, bear that in mind. If you are a new player to the game, obviously you're going to struggle because you won't know the answer to most of these questions. Like this one. What faction was introduced in the Coming Darkness? Well, to be honest, right, we actually have a piece of research in the Outlaw tree that will also answer this question. It is the Augments. So obviously we've got to go to Zurich and we've got to kill 1 hostile. So what I'm going to do, without further ado, we're going to get some ships flying in now. Is we're going to send the Augur out to this one. So let's and trust me to be in the way of the Z. Right, let's see if it comes up. Why is it they only give 6? Why? Oh, monkeys. That wasn't meant to happen. Have I spelt it wrong? I bet I've spelt it wrong, haven't I? Z-A. I can't spell the bloody thing now. How thick can you get? Don't answer that question. I can get pretty thick. Yeah, Z-A-U. I don't get Scopley needs to make the systems check clickable in trivia. Yeah, a fantastic idea. I actually do like that idea. And if Scopley is watching, which I very much doubt, because I'm only a baby YouTuber, are they really going to be checking in on me? No. But that would be one that they could actually take. Now, I have been throwing some ideas at the content creators lately. And obviously, in the chat we've got with content creators, including the NDAs, is also the community management team. So, obviously, whenever I throw ideas, they get a chance to see what ideas I'm actually throwing in there. So that, to be honest, I would actually throw in as an idea for them. So I'll just make a note of that one. Trivia, clickable systems. It would certainly make things a lot easier than having to do this rigmarole of going round the bends. Hi Kevin, welcome to the stream, mate. So it would make things a lot easier. I mean, another thing that I was thinking, I haven't thrown this at them yet because I can't get much traction in my own head about how to make it work to Scopley's benefit. But, right, and the easiest way to do this is go here, away teams. Let's pick an away. Oh, we've got one down there that we need to start. So, like, I'm going to put myself in the captain seat just for the moment. But we have this filter, probably not the best place to park myself, where we can actually filter out specific officers, ships, officers with traits, assignments, not deployed or not on the ship, and that will clear out literally all the crap. Now, as you can see from the bottom, I've got a lot of A's, B's, and C's, and then also I've got a blue dot on Kang. Now, what I would say is, and something we can do with these officers where we can say, like, right, that officer I want permanently available for away teams, or that officer I want permanently available to put on a ship. So something in the officer where we can click it, what do you want them available for? That way, let's take a look at the list I've got below. Let's see. Well, Crass, yes, he's got an available trait, but it's not activated. But I want him on a ship. I want him available to put on a ship. So having something where I can tick to say Crass is a ship only, then obviously he would not appear in this list. Again, Kang, sometimes I need him on a ship, but because of his trait as well, his analytical trait, he gets thrown on an away team. So maybe he could be an officer that I could tick for both, to say that I would like him ready for both. And then a box where, yeah, just like a preset for away missions, but also available for ships as well. Because obviously you've got, if we just, oh god, cancel that first before I can do anything else. If we go quickly back over to, trust me not to have a ship in dock, but if you go into officer presets, yeah, presets for ATAs, but it's like even in those presets in the ship assign crew menu, get out of the way. The assign crew, even the presets in there, you can still drag officers off those ships for away missions if the ship is in dock. If it's not in dock, well, there's not a lot you can do, but that's why it does have the filter of not on a ship. So obviously, so it's like I can't take. So just for instance, I can't take him because obviously he's deployed on a ship at the minute. But yet, if he was in dock, I could pull him off a ship if I don't have that other box ticked. So maybe just like a pool of officers that I can choose from for ATAs, rather than just say, right, he's on a ship at the minute. But unless I click that box to say I don't want him part of my list, I don't know. Maybe something around. This is why I haven't thrown it to the other content creators and NDAs at the minute, because I'm still trying to just get my head around the idea of, well, how am I going to propose this? How am I going to write it down? I'm not very good at explaining stuff, but yeah. So let's just quickly get this one set up. So as you see there, I just put him straight on this because obviously he'll be back in 24 hours. That's fine. So apply. This is a defense mission, so I need a defense officer. Let's get Skinny out there, and off we go. So I'm actually after this for the Latinum and the Axionic chip, so that's the primary reason I go for this one. So let's see what success we're going to get with these ones. Oh, it's a crit straight out. Now that is what you call first time luck. So nice one. Smuggling cybernetics. What we're going to get for this one? Oh, but then again, they still come in handy. They help me get my Valdor, and they'll certainly be working towards getting me my level 46 ship. A little bit of reputation, because obviously I'm still working on my Romney reputation, so I'll definitely go for the Romney rep ones. Another little bit of them. Hey, is it just me, or does the music drown out Pegasus from time to time? Yes, there. What it is, it's one of these copyright-free playlists on Spotify. Some of it gets a bit high, some of it gets really low. Oh, another quick. Oh, trick and 5,000 away teams. Oh, use Mitchell on Armadas. Huh? Mitchell? Really? Hang on, let's just pop into an away. Mitchell, there he is. It was good crit. I said that's what I was just thinking. Home protector, right? Well, that's when defending a base. When getting hit by a critical, Mitchell increases weapon. Right. Yeah. Now, back when the glory days of when Jailer got thrown in jail. Yes, I'm sure we all remember. All remember that one. He was one officer I was actually considering replacing Jailer with. And I think I did a couple of Armadas with him. And to be perfectly frank,
hey Spotifyers, click or tap the banner to listen to Christmas is
I
Coming.
I wasn't impressed whatsoever. But mine is only tier 3. So, I mean, what's it going to be to get him to tier 4? He'll go up to 60%. So, I don't know. It might be worth looking at that somewhere along the line, but yeah. So, right, we'll leave the rest of the away teams for now, because I can't. 3 Imperial strategies. I mean, really? Do I need 3 of them in the run? I mean, I just don't get Scopley's RNG some days. I really don't. So, but anyway, right. Solo Armadas. Yes, we need to do Solo Armadas. I'll just put the links up again for you. So, right, so we've done the first question. Woo! We now have 6,000. Yay! So, let's go for question 2. Now, obviously, Rev's already put all the answers out in his latest video. I quickly watched that one, so I kind of know what questions are coming up. So, what month was Armadas released in 2019? Now, ever since the game was launched, we had this little box which said coming soon. And it was literally a joke about the Armadas. Well, are they ever going to come? Are they ever going to come to the game? And we got to the point of nearly a year when they just didn't turn up. But they were fine, looking for red flashing systems helps too. Yes, yes, if you can do that, you can do that. Yeah, it's not a bad idea, but it does donate a lot of activity in that system. So, but it's just going around the map. It's like, is that the correct system? This, that. So for me, it's a bit of a more long-winded way around it. But anyway, when Armadas was released, it was released in October, just before the first year. So obviously we got to go destroy one in Orlia. So right, so you said look for the red dots. Can't see any. Right, O-R-A. Oh, for crying out loud. So we'll send the auger there. Right, so what we're going to do now is, now I'm just going to quickly show you the loadouts that I currently have. Whee! So here we go. This is my Valdor and I'm running Cisco, O'Brien and Lorca. Now originally this was my auger. Yeah, not a bad idea. Put a space in. But originally, obviously, my auger took this place before with my Valdor, and I was running GG on with these two to give the auger its boost to its ship's ability. So now this ship's ability is actually a base defense starship. So yeah, I don't quite need burning, but hull breach certainly does help when it comes to hitting these things. So throwing Lorca on there, and then I just put some, obviously just to sort of like max out, try and get the stats up of the ship as high as possible. So next up I had the jellyfish, 5, 6 and Khan. So obviously I'm going here for mitigation, try and get the Armada's mitigation right down. Now the mitigation by the Armada is limited to the ship that's firing. So in this case, when the Armada attacks this jellyfish, that jellyfish is the mitigation against this jellyfish that these affect. It's not your Armada as a whole. It's not your Armada as a whole. And I did do a lot of maths on that one, and unfortunately that's all downstairs, sat in another book at the minute. But the mitigation was around about 59% for the other two ships. This thing was getting it down to 17 by the end of the fight because of them two. And then obviously we've got Khan for the criticals. So, and obviously when he gets going, he does really build up those criticals. And then I've got my Enterprise. Well, Kirk's on there. That's a no-brainer. He's there to put morale on, to keep the Enterprise's shields up. And then obviously you got Riker, whose captain's ability is prevalent here, where he increases the weapon damage against Armadas by 100%. Put Beverly on, or another officer. Put another officer on, and you off the same synergy, then you'll end up getting 120%. So oh, your Franklin's less than my nuts. That's not bad actually. That's against the 35. I think I would have to boost the my Franklin with the Cerritos, and I'm not big on using my Cerritos, to be honest. I think I've only found one positive thing when it comes with the Cerritos, and that was boosting the Armada. But no, I think that's definitely one that's worth looking at. So, but anyway, and then obviously Beverly, I use Beverly for officer's ability, making sure I stack defense below deck as well. Once I've got that those stats up to 300%. So, and they're obviously both hostile and Armada, so they all work nicely. So let's go for it then. So as you can see, I've got 3 Armadas. I had to boost and cloak, do all your research. Yeah. My Cerritos research does need boost going up a level or 2, but I'm still currently working on a lot of other research at the minute. I mean, you'll be able to see the research I've got here. I've got protected cargo 50 days, weapon refractor at 60 days, and cargo security at 29 days. So I'm trying to get as much research done as possible. I've got 13 months to get it all up to spec before I make that leap as high as I can get, as close as I can get to 46. I'm kind of hoping I can get to 46 in a year, but it really goes on how much materials I go. But again, as well, literally stopping any new not going after all the new stuff unless there's a chance of me getting it on free to play. Like we got Pond this month, didn't we? So, and he was free to play, so I've managed to unlock him. I think I'm a couple of shards short for Kinky. So I do like that Kinky. I do like that. So right, let's clear that. We restart that. There we go. Okay, so here we go. Oh, another one. So there we go. Oh, I'm actually surprised all 3 survived. Usually I'll lose the jellyfish in this fight. I usually lose the jellyfish. So that's not particularly too bad. But the downside to doing this is I have to send them all back for repairs. Yay! So, I hate it when that happens. Let's go to the auger. Do you keep chopping and changing your nuts in game? That sounded totally wrong. Nuts, do you keep chopping and changing your name in game? That's what I was meant to say. I'm gonna say the 2 that you sent me, Pirate King and Wayland Yutani. Hang on, Wayland Yutani, isn't that alien? Isn't that alien? Right. Auger. Cloak. Look at that. 6 minutes, 15 seconds for cloaking. I thought it was.
He's weaving his way round. This is the moment. They've been waiting all year for this. He approaches.
At Lidl, we're big on all the big games, with tasty snacks and drinks like our party time selection from $1.49, Budweiser chili.
So we'll get that done.
$3.99, and craft beers per can from 99p. Now that's big on quality and always Lidl.
Right, question 3. Woohoo! Let's go for it.
Head to the Gucci podcast for contemporary conversations that delve into the eclectic narrative of the house.
So, what species was featured on the April Fool's Day in 2020?
And more.
Chocolate City. I like that one, Chocolate City. I do like that one.
Che cavolo! Ma state
So the aliens introduced that keep featuring are these nice little fluffy balls that breed like rabbits. In fact, they breed worse than rabbits because they breed every 10 hours with an average litter of, was it 12? So, yeah. The Armada paid out 49 and I got over 180. Are you on about the Solo Armada loot or the edicts? Because I thought 35 edicts were quite low. So, anyway, oh, hello. Anyway, so the answer to this question obviously is tribbles. So I've got to go mine 1 G2 ore. I don't mind the organ mining. I love popping ships on mines. So I'm actually going to go do it myself. Have we actually got one nearby? No. That's the closest one we've got. So, right, let's get these repaired. I'm not spending 14,000 lat on that. So, how is everyone yes, and I get a bonus edict when I use a Franklin. Alright, that's cool. I think, if I'm perfectly honest with you though, Nuts, using a Franklin on higher level, on the higher up ones, it's not going to work unless you have some serious loot gathering. Right, I'm going to be adventurous now. I shouldn't do this, but I'm going to try it. I'm going to see if I can hit a 46. I don't think I'll be able to. But hello, we'll give it a shot. No, I would say I definitely wouldn't recommend using the Franklin for punching up. But the one thing is, I do like trying to hit the higher levels because, oh hello, didn't want the refinery, because it gives me that higher loot for that. So should. No, I'm a little bit short. So obviously once I've done another uncommon, I'm going to be able to pull this chest and get those rare directives, which is going to allow me to do a rare Armada. So I'm trying to sort of like build up my badges at the minute, because I want to get the credits so I can start getting all these favours unlocked. Because there are days I just feel like I'm falling behind everybody when it comes to the favours, but I don't think I am. Ooh, what we got? Oh god! Oh, new subscriber! Excellent. Cool. Quite happy to see that England also have have qualified for the second round of the World Cup. You got a 200% bonus for the loot. Get the advantage of extra loot without the risk. I don't think it would actually pay out, to be perfectly honest with you. I really don't think it'd actually pay out. I filled my cargo hold, apparently. There you go. That's what I got off that Armada. So that's just what I got off that last Armada. Right, oh, there's a 46 right here. Now, all ships are within range. If I do this, I will be shocked. Stop the Valdor in its tracks. So, no, what I will do though, Nuts, is I will schedule it out. Can you send me the screenshots of the actual crews you have on your bridges, so I can make sure that I actually put the same one, same crew on my ships as well? If I was going to put the Excom on, I would have needed to do that before I left dock. But hey, see how it goes without the Exacoms. Because to be perfectly honest with you, like, I'm not all big on the Exacoms or the boosting power of the Cerritos. I'm not all that big on it. Cheers, buddy. So yeah. And to answer your question, it will be Jailer as captain, because her captain's ability gives you a boost, but you will need it on the Franklin, or in this case, the Franklin A. The Franklin won't do no use to it. Yeah, no, we lost. We lost. I knew we would. But it was worth hitting it. Let's see how badly we lost. Very badly. Very badly. Ouch. Okay, so we definitely can't hit the 46s yet. Gee, what a shocker. But it was worth a look. So that now tells me, no matter how much Exacom boosting, Cerritos boosting I do, I still ain't going to beat that thing. I ain't going to beat it. Now, if it was something like about less than 20% left on its hull, I definitely would potentially consider adding all the extra stuff. So what do you mean, do I want to spend? Trust me not to pick the right one. Right, so there we go. So we'll go back to this system then. And we'll claim my thing. Have you tried to figure out and learn? You might need a few more tiers. Yeah. How big's my auger? Weaker than the Enterprise. My auger's only tier 4. Is it tier 4?
It's like us and men's international tournaments. Okay, so one person wins something. Yes. Oh.
Let's pull it off there.
Gets in there. Right. So with thousands of winners across the country, maybe we are.
Oh no, it's tier 5. So the Enterprise is tier 6.
But there are thousands of winners back home with Paddy Power's free Wonder Wheel.
But my auger will probably actually do just as well as the Enterprise, because of obviously a battleship has more hull health.
Side-eyeing the fancy bun, saving the crispy coating crumbs for last. Now that's how you know it's good.
Yeah, you see that this is the downside of free to play. You can't run many tests because you haven't got the Armadas unless you build them all up. In which case you're going to risk throwing yourself out the loop. which is not a bad thing, because you can get back into it with certain favours and you start building up your credits, start getting those Armadas back. But I did throw another idea, and it actually came from my Alliance Admiral, actually. And so I threw it for the CC to look at. And one of them did actually throw back, well, we couldn't do it that way, but we could potentially do it this way. Which is, like, my Admiral suggested a specific system where you've got the different types of Armadas and you can run tests on them. You get no rewards. You're not going to waste directives. The only thing it's going to cost is the repair cost of all your ships. So basically, you lose out because you're having to do repair costs all the time. But you get to test various crews, you get to test various formations, buffs, supporting, and things like that. So obviously, but one system could get kind of busy with everyone wanting to run tests and everything. And then you've got to look at the players who would end up using it for like a leaderboards. Well, to be honest, you can take that off. You can cut that off. So an idea is maybe with the Armadas having a test button on it. I don't know why I went off that, because we need that up. Is have a test button. So instead of you wasting directives, you run a test, but you get absolutely nothing back from it except a repair bill and a battle log for you to look at and compare and see how well certain officers are doing and things like that. And to be honest, I think a lot of people would use the testing ability just to test their crews on Armadas before they actually send them in against Armadas. Like, I could have tested myself against that 46 with only a repair bill. And trust me, that Valdor's not cheap to repair. It's not cheap to repair. But is it worth me running that test to see if it can work? Hell yes, it certainly can. It can certainly work. So anyway, question 4. What was released in November 2020? Territories! Yes, territories were brought in. Origin Space, and I remember this one pretty well because I was actually Admiral of the Alliance, the first Alliance on my server to end up with the first 5 sectors and all 4 particles, because we'd planned it out what we were going to do. So we was the first Alliance. I was happy with that. It was an achievement. We eventually lost it to another Alliance. Such as happens. But yeah, so this territory capture was brought in November 2020. Hence the reason why the small amount of emulsion that you actually got. So now we need to go find a titanium system. And we got one a bit closer. No, figures. So we'll just go there. And that node there. It's only 30 seconds to get there, that's fine. Why is my Valdor still sat in bloody dock? Oh, here you go. Here's my Alliance Admiral. How's he running this one? He's got 3 ships. He's got a 6mm Enterprise, just under 6mm Auger, and he's got his Kelvin. I'll be interested to see how well he does on this one. Once I was able to kill a 35 with 2 ships, I bumped up to the 40s. It's on strike. Yeah, Morgan probably was on strike. And he's going to take him out. Oh, he had the other 2 ships cloaked. Is his Enterprise? Can he cloak? No. Well, I thought he had a cloaking device for his Enterprise then. Right. So find this one. Just gotta wait for the auger just to get within range. There you go, the Alliance Admiral saying hi to everyone. Yeah. The one thing I found with that supporting is you had to support. I have to support a ship long before I start a good couple of minutes before I start the Armada, because otherwise you just the timer runs out before I've had a chance to buff another ship.
Come on! St. George's cross those sprouts, knit your kits, stuff those turkeys, attack those carols. It's the World Cup with all the trimmings. From this day on, we will forever ask, where were you in 22?
Where was I in 22? Let me see. Sat at my desk, recording videos and doing live streams. That's where I was. Timing and research, yeah.
And welcome to every pony's favorite podcast.
So I do need to boost my Cerritos research a little bit more.
From Maritime Bay and beyond. We're going to play the wildest, wackiest games and talk about anything and everything that helps every pony be the truest and most you-est version of who you
Here we go.
are. Subscribe now to My
We
Little
just
Pony,
shrink
the
myself down a wee bit.
on Apple Podcasts, Spotify,
So
or wherever you
that's
listen.
literally, that was maxed until I went up a higher level. So obviously it's like I can do all these. But it's like 45 days. I need a serious whack of Latinum, because when I do these I just literally want to smash my way through them. So, but I know one of these wasn't working properly, and I think it was this one. I heard that this one was not working properly. Whether it is or not, I don't know. There we go, so we've won that Armada. Right. So let's collect these 2 chests. Yeah, I'll say it's not working properly, is it? Oh, hello. I got 2 buildings, so I'll have to just wait. It gives me a chance to build it up a little bit and then smash out a couple in a run. But again, all 3 ships have survived. Woo! Right, let's get them home. Get them repaired. And pull him off. Right, final question. Which Star Trek series has been in the spotlight in STFC I keep saying dot space in the game? Well, it's literally all of them. So, because we finally, I think the only one we haven't. Oh, we've still got Voyager, we've got Enterprise, and we've got Picard, and Prodigy. We haven't done Prodigy yet. So, I gotta know when that was coming. I've not even watched Prodigy yet. So I've not even watched Lower Deck Season 3 yet. I've just got to be in the mood to watch. Now, how do we phrase this so it's still polite, but silly Star Trek, to put it bluntly. Silly Star Trek. It's good on one hand, but there were just silly little bits like the way they portrayed Riker in Lower Decks. They had a Lower Deck one who's the Bulmer doing that holodeck thingy, and he was just going to town on it, trying to get that 100%. It's like, really? There's dedication in Starfleet, but there's not that much. Right. Now, why do I remember that spelling? Orion. There we go. Send the auger there. Ugh. So what I'll do is I'll get my ships repaired, and then we'll go after this rare, because I will be able to do a rare armada. Gotta love all these freaking red dots up here. That's not too bad. 300 G4 battleships, not bad, not bad. Yeah. Okay, so fair dues, not bad. I got kicked out of another alliance and so lost my access to Discord and the crews. Build it one now to upload. Huh? What'd you do to get kicked out of an alliance, mate? I mean, the only way I can see that you get kicked out of an alliance is either breaking TOS or you've done something really, really bad. Okay. Oh. Yay! Oh yeah, I haven't got any extra tokens. Woohoo!
Knows your listening habits better than you. With Spotify
Right, so
Premium,
call him.
you can download and pull up your playlists anywhere. Take advantage of offline listening and let your
Because
playlist
I am actually going to use the
one
Cerritos
song
on this one.
at a time. Upgrade to
I am
premium
actually going to
now
use the
and get 3
Cerritos on
months
this one.
free. Tap the banner to learn more. When it comes to how you listen to music, there's no wrong answer with Spotify.
So
Premium.
while we just wait for the auger to come home, I'm just going to collect all the stuff that I haven't collected through the day yet.
From your couch to dancing in the streets with reckless abandon.
Right, now, there is one actually other thing I want to point out, is Prophet's Gift, okay, that's absolutely fine. I'm not politically correct myself, hence the reason why instead of calling him Bearded Mud, I called him Fat Mud. I mean, obviously he's not actually fat. I'm fatter than him, but yeah, exactly, Kevin. Some people don't like hearing the truth. I don't like hearing it from time to time, but that's life. As long as nuts, you in real life, you're on the right side of the law, then there shouldn't be a problem. So, Prophet's Gift, yes. Now, a lot of people are wondering, where on earth do you find it? This one right here, yes, this is where it's added. So when you actually get round to buying Prophet's Gift as your Bajoran favour, there's your rewards, and this is where you find it. You will find it in the final milestone of your dailies. 270. I used to be on 260. Then obviously this was added in. So, boom, there you go. A lot of people keep saying, where is it? I can't find it, I can't find it. It is there. So, right, so we've claimed them. Right, so just need to repair the auger. Eee. Oh, there she is. Coming along nicely. Tier 5. Oh, as well, a little tip for you. When you see these events that require ship XP for completing the event, domination, use your Latinum. If you haven't got enough ship XP, use your Latinum. Now, I will tell you to do let me get this right, 44 to 45 on a G3 ship. So that's 200,000 ship XP. It will cost you a whopping, a massive 4,000 strips of Latinum. Yes, 4,000 strips of Latinum. As you can see, for me to get 308,500, it's going to cost me 6,171. So, yeah. I think the return works out something like 250 XP per one bit of Latinum. I think that's the exchange rate, which is not particularly too bad. So it's like I can spend 6,000 here, and I can go up to level 17. Yes, it's cleaned me out of ship XP. So what's this next one going to cost me? 9,000. Yes, a whopping 9,000. So, but it's fine. That's absolutely fine. I've got absolutely no worries with that one. Now, the only thing I can say about this... Hi Kay. What level is your feature? You should focus on that. At tier 9 you get 11,000 each day from the refinery. Yes, I am focusing on the feature. And I believe I had it in my exploration video. There you go. Tier 7. But at the minute... Ah! I can do one, but I can't do the other. I need 3,448. So that's about another day, or that's a couple more days. Literally a couple more days. And then that warp range from 165. Yes, and I've got enhanced warp cores at level 2 now, so which means that's adding 10 to all my ship's warp ranges. So that's warp range 165. I think that's going to get close to 200. Now, here's a little bit of useless information. Okay, I went onto STFC.space, and I highly recommend everybody checking out STFC.space on the. But I went on there and I compared the maximum warp range of a tier 12 feature. Yes, a tier 12 feature against the G4 ships. Maxed out G4 ships in warp range. Outclasses them. Goes further. It even goes further. It'll reach, I think I found it, a tier 7 G5 uncommon warship. Tier 7 G5. is the only thing. So it actually is the point in which this thing gets outmatched in warp range. So when you're looking at exploring deep space and everything, don't worry about the Valdor. Don't worry about the Colinar. Yeah, exactly. That's right, Kay. You do need to be level 51 for it. But you don't need to worry about the Colinar. You don't want to worry about the Enterprise A. You want to explore deep space. That's your ship. That's what you want to be doing. And put Grush on it extends it even further. I guarantee, I put Grush on this now, this thing's going over 200 already. I guarantee it. Put Cadet Scotty on it, it's going to add an extra 5. So, yeah, at tier 9 minus a warp range of 219 without Grush or Scotty. Exactly, so there you go. So you've got it there in the comments, guys. It's there in writing. 219. That's G5 territory, guys. That is G5 territory you can reach. Who doesn't want to get to G5 territory? I do. Because I can put this on a G5 node and let it mine it. Yeah, I can start mining a G5 node. I actually went up there the other day and I saw a ship mining some G5, and he was well and truly, by my standards, he was well and truly OPC, 105,000 over. Now in G5 space, that's probably not an awful lot over, but from my perspective, that's an awful lot, and I really wanted to take him. Couldn't get a warship out there. So, I mean, there is a hub system you can jump to in early G5 space, but the problem is, unless your ships can reach warp range 185, you can't get out that system, no matter what. You can't get out of it. So, it was a bit of a bugger, but there it is. Right, so, but yeah, so my Fisher will be going up to the next level within the next couple of days. And again, she's going to be exploring. I've still not actually done a fair whack of exploring lately, because I've just been focusing on doing a load of missions. I've got to go back and find all the other missions now. So we'll send him, because we're going after that rare. I want to see if I can. I want to see if I can actually do that rare. I miss that coming from you, Kevin. Yeah, if you have got something to say, just say it. I mean, that's why, like, in my Discord, I've got no problems with people being so open, as long as you can be respectful about it. And when you're blasting somebody, say it in a bit more respectful way, then I ain't got a problem with it. I mean, what is it? I even allow profanities. Obviously, just don't take the mickey with it. But yeah. I will say though, just don't force your. If you've got a particular belief, don't force on someone. You want to express your opinion on it, and see if you can explain why you feel like that. Then yeah, crack on. So I've got no problem with those kind of discussions in my Discord. Oh. Hate travel times. I really do. I really hate travel times. So, 4-year anniversary event. So I'll tell you what. I know there's not as many people watching right now, but tell you what, right, drop it into chat. Are the officers in there? I mean, if Picard was in there, I guarantee I won't be offering this out because I'll be going straight from Picard. But there's a couple of officers in there that I haven't got. Mariner Beckett and Data. I think they're literally the only two officers I don't actually have. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, I've actually got every single officer with the exception of Data and Mariner Beckett. So, drop it into comments. Who do you think I should go for? Let me know who you think I should go for. Getting a bit of a numb bum. Oh. Right. So let's have a think. This will support for 4 minutes 20 seconds. Now the bit that really does my nut in with this is the fact it doesn't tell you how long the cooldown is. Not gonna participate in your delusion, I work off facts. Which delusion is that one then, Nuts? I've got quite a few delusions. I wish you'd tell me how long I've got left on cooldown. Oh, nearly halfway there. $3.17, so we've easily used them. I'd probably say the cooldown's around about 2 minutes. As at a guess. On a guard wharf? Yeah, I mean, mine's tier 2. I mean, a few extra shards descending closer to tier 3 won't hurt. Alright, okay then, mate. Alright, here we go. Right, where's this rare? That's the one we want. I should have probably supported the Enterprise, really. Yeah. So, I will say, if I went for the Jailer, I would be able to send her to tier 2. So, it would be bonus, because it probably means I can kill more swarms. Because at the minute, I can do about 22 to 24 in a run. So, yeah. It'll probably be a good... It won't be a bad idea.
FIFA 23, the world's game.
Hello and welcome. I'm your host, host, Pit Pedals. We are seriously exploding with excitement for Equestria's first ever.
Yeah, that's the one bit I usually forget. Is I forgot to look at the actual loot, each one, because I've noticed that as well. They are different. Some of them. My Armada's about to attack. I'm guessing I won. Because the banners are coming up to say that I won, but yeah, I'm still fighting. Oh, there it goes. Well, that was a long fight, wasn't it? And I actually survived. Wow. I wasn't expecting that. Yeah, quite handily took it out, didn't I? Ooh, 319, 112 edicts. Nice. And collect that as well, so... Now, I wonder. Ah, oh wow! G1 battleship. So. Nope, we're short by 22,000. Oh, monkeys. So that's another couple of rounds of uncommons. Oh, 600, that means I can get a load of favours. Yeah, I'm not keen on getting them just yet. Ugh. So I want this one, but it actually requires diplomacy tokens. So, but right. So what we'll do is we'll send them home. So that's the Solo Armadas. Silly question. How do I get my hands on a Meridian? Can't even seem to buy it. Event store. It's more like not just noise. Yeah, okay, then that's absolutely fine. So what I'll do... where's the... Okay. Spotify's not there. Right, just give me a second and we'll sort that one out. There we go. So if it sounds like noise, then there's no point having it on. And so I don't want it sounding like noise. Evening 2Q. Yeah, to get the Meridian, the only way you're going to be able to get that is through the event store, which we should have one coming next month. It's definitely been alluded to in the announcements, especially given the fact that they said with the espionage, the projectile skins and the ship refits, that the limits are going to be lifted for the event store next month. So I'm guessing they're going to be in the event store. Obviously, resource and materials, and then obviously you're going to have your usual ships and everything. So I should think that they would be in there next month. So, and hazard a guess that there will be an event store. I mean, it is the final month of Deep Space Nine. So, yeah, there should be one there. So, right. So, you're saying jailer. So, there we go. We're going to go jailer. 130 shards, and that's going to make it so I can then promote her. Yay! 214 shards. Ooh, I'm already nicely in, so let's go in. Oh, that's Bog Jailer. Here she is. Boom. And now she gets 2 shots. Okay. So there we go. What do you mean Rev's going to be mad? He told you not to level her up. Did he? Don't remember that bit. I had to re-watch that video then. Because if he did, then... Oops. So, but anyway, right. So that's the event store. Solo Armadas. Yeah. So, time to move on to grading of the arc. So, now, this month has actually been a lot better than the first 2 months. I mean, we really got off to a very, very crappy start with Deep Space Nine. With the introduction of the Cardassian Armadas, Dominion Space. You said that earlier in the stream, you're going to eat through the swarm. Yeah. I'm either too tired to remember or eat through the swarm. You've really got me now there, Nuts. Really got me there. But yeah, she will plough through them because obviously it's two shots. She will, quote unquote, eat through the swarm now. PMG, that's 4 shots. Okay. I'll bite. Didn't mean to go back there. But I'll bite on that one. Right. So we'll send her out there. And we'll see how she does. But anyway, yeah, so this month has actually been a lot better for content and event-wise. We've had a full list of events. The downside that I see to the events that we had this month was obviously the recruit Weiyun meta. Now, obviously, we was looking for a new return with the meta. I don't think I've actually got that event. No, it's disappeared. But yeah, so where we got to spend materials. But the problem is, it was ridiculously high. There was 3 runs of the event, and we ended up, for someone at my level, I needed 40,000 per run to just do one single event. And then it was all about RNG on how many shards you actually got in the chest in the recruit section. So, to me, the events, some of them were pretty good, some of them were pretty blasé. I mean, obviously, we had the return of espionage as well, with the PvP events and the Cardassian, doing the Cardassian Armadas. So, it was a bit, yeah, for the events. I mean, I wasn't completely convinced with the events, but they were there. Now, we got the 3 officers as well, the new strike teams, the Explorer strike teams, and we got Ikatikat as one of the officers. And his ability, it seems alright. Yeah, obviously we've not been able to unlock him as a free-to-play player this month, but there's his officer abilities. And to me, that looks like a pretty good run when it comes to the officer abilities. And then obviously we had our free-to-play rare, which we all got. Where is he? There he is. And this was the player that we was able to source through a through a mission. Not a mission, an event meta, where you did some you did certain events and you got so many shards. You could also get it through the battle pass as well. So yeah, mixing up all my words here. So it's trying to remember everything from the month. But yeah, so and it was free to play a lot. Now, I don't know how he ranks in respect with Ikatika, but I mean the chance of delaying opponents' weapons for 3 rounds, that's actually pretty good. The downside is only a 10% chance, which is very small. You're relying completely on RNG here, and yeah, I mean if it kicks in, smashing, you've got 3 rounds where your opponent can't fire, so you're just going to lay on the firepower, which means there's a chance that this officer, if he procs as captain, has the potential to actually allow you to take on those bigger G5 ships, because obviously you're going to be able to hit them with more. So like a G4 rare ship, decent tier maybe, put him on, oh hang on, sorry, yeah, so it'll be the Coronar or the Enterprise A, the Epic. I would not recommend the Valdor unless it's like a tier 12. And then you're going up against the G5 uncommons, maybe potentially rares as well. You might be able to hit it if he procs. And that's the biggest part of this, is if he procs. So he could potentially be a decent officer. And then Ego decreases the critical chance by 52% at the start of each round for 3 rounds when on an explore with morale. So again, this is another chance to go against those interceptors with your explorers and knock out their critical chances and make it so that their weapons aren't as effective when they come around to doing potentially proccing a critical chance. Because obviously 52%, and when you've got a ship at 12% chance of a critical hit, you're pretty much negating that, and it lasts for 3 rounds. So, But yeah, so he's not a bad officer, but I've not actually had the chance to fully test him. I will test him at some point, but it's getting round to doing the PvPs. But then lastly, we had Wei Yun. Like I said, we had that events meta for him, where you had to spend, well, I had to spend 40,000 uncommon materials on just one event, and it ran 3 times. That's 120,000 uncommon materials. Now you tell me where a free-to-play player, or in fact most of the population of the STFC community, has 120,000 materials just lying around waiting, unless they spent a pretty penny or two. Now Wei Yun is his officer ability, a 20% chance of playing morale for 8 rounds. That's a decent, that is literally quite decent. But again, it starts at 20%. He does need a synergy, so I think his synergy takes him up to 30 to 50%, somewhere in there. I think, or was it 100%? Well, I can't remember which way around it was. But yeah, so 8 rounds, you're laughing. And obviously, you put him on an Enterprise as well. The Enterprise needs morale for its shields to work. That procs 8 rounds its shields are going to regenerate for. That's pretty nifty. Obviously, then you've got his officer ability, increases weapon shots by 76% at the start of each round for 2 rounds when fighting players, if on an explorer when morale is activated. So, yeah, 76% chance of increasing shots by 76%. Okay, yeah, fair dues. It's less than 1 extra shot a round if it procs. So, I mean, I suppose it can be pretty deadly. Put them all together, and I suppose they're pretty deadly. But is it a decent strike team? Well, I don't really know, because at the end of the day, I've not even got the other ones. The only strike team officers I've got is Pon from this event. I got Una from Strange New Worlds. That is it. They're the only strike teams I've got. So I can't really compare them until I've actually got them. Also, I won't be able to unlock them until, well, I get round to getting them. So, but the chances of getting Ikatikat in the event store, I would say, are reasonable, due to the fact that he was an officer from the month before. And obviously we have the Interceptor strike team as well from last month. So if we are getting an event store next month, that's a lot of officers going in if they're actually going to put them in. Because obviously strike teams was meant to be down through the incursions. So take it on chance that they might not be in the event store. There's a reasonable chance they will be, because they're officers. If not, that's only 3 officers that they're actually going to be putting in the event store next month, which is going to be pretty crappy then. So that's your officers that we got for this month. And like I said, I've not had the chance to test them because I don't have them. I've got Pon, that's about it. But we'll see how that fares. Now, what else is there for this month? We had the Defiant. Yes, the Defiant arrived. So let's call up the Defiant. Now, obviously, as per usual with brand spanking new ships added to the game, the only way to source these like that is literally spending some money. But the fact that this ship has so many ship abilities is quite impressive. And looking at them, reinforces ships and other armadas based on its own research. Yes, it comes with its own research. So yeah, that's pretty much all you can say. And obviously it can work as a solo, it can work as part of a team. Is she worth it? To me, I really do not know, because obviously I don't get it. But the bonus for this is a free-to-play path has come out straight away. But I will say this, that when you do finally acquire, she's not a cheap little bird. No, she's not. She's like that special woman in your life who loves the bling bling and expects like fine dining at the most expensive restaurant you can find in the biggest city, town, whatever. So yes, she is hot on wanting a lot. She has special materials that she needs to use to upgrade her. So bear that in mind. But when you do get her and you can use her, she does increase as well the edicts that you get dropped from the Solo Armadas. As you can see, starting out, she starts off at 250%. That does go up by level, so just obviously bear that in mind. Defiant weaponry unlock powerful buffs which grant significant enhanced effectiveness against Jem'Hadar Solo Armadas when in combat with a Defiant. So now you can put this as either a solo up against the Armadas themselves, or you can actually put it up as part of your three ship team. However, low level, from what I've seen on previous other videos, she's not particularly very good at a lower level than what you can actually get her to. So obviously you do need to try and get her up to as high as you possibly can. For me, that will be tier 4, being a level 42 player. Obviously you can gain her from level 35, but obviously you won't be able to get a very high. Ops 39 can get her as high as tier 3. It'll greatly benefit you, obviously below the 40s, but once you go into the 40s, you do need to keep on top of upgrading her. So just bear that in mind. And then obviously she increases Bajoran badges and credits from the not the favours, from the Bajoran faction store. And what we'll do is we'll just quickly jump into the Bajoran faction store. You'll also notice that I haven't actually got all the extra stuff, because when you do get the Defiant, everything that you need for the Defiant is going to be contained here. Yes, it's going to be contained here. As you can see, I'm 5 hours till I get the next blueprint. All they're costing me is these diplomacy tokens, 55 a blueprint. Now, it's going to take 100 days for you to do this. There was some in the missions. We'll talk about the missions briefly in just a second. And then there was, I think, you got some diplomacy tokens as well in your battle pass, which gave you another blueprint. So in total, I've seen about 4 blueprints, actually 3 blueprints that I don't actually have to go spend anything on. But the 4th one was actually given in the form of tokens, which you've still got to go spend here. So that's still an extra day. So you're actually looking at about 97 days, a good old 3 months and a week just to get it. Not bad. It is a free-to-play path at the end of the day. And once you get her, boom, you're off. Now, the pack where it's giving the badges and tokens is this one, Defiant Amplified Claim. Obviously, for when you don't have the Defiant, you can claim at least 10 badges and 10 credits all the way through. Now, that's a nice little start. But trust me, when you do get her, it really does bunk up. And obviously, that's tiers 1 through 9 there. Quite impressive increase. Get it maxed out. Tier 12. Now, like I just said as well, obviously you can only go up to certain levels depending on a set of tiers, depending on your ops level, because this ship is level locked. Yes, the classic level locked. And to be honest, my thinking lately has been that maybe all ships in the game should be level locked. So you obviously, if you want a more powerful ship, you have to go higher. But at the end of the day, obviously the original batch of ships not. But obviously this is, and you've got to build it up. Now it's level 55 where you can get tier 12. So it's a long way to go. It's a long haul. But the one thing is you've got plenty of time to build up all those materials. So don't worry too much about it. So next up was the missions. Now, obviously, I don't have any of the missions left in the holodeck. The missions this month were pretty, yeah. To be honest with you, I did them that long ago. I can't really remember them, and that's how big they were. Obviously, we went more on the shapeshifter coming in, and what is it? I think she issued a threat at the end of it. We had to take Deep Space Nine back from the founders, which we have successfully done on the core missions, but she's issued a threat and a warning. So, yeah. There were the missions, and obviously, like I say, you got your Defiance blueprint. So there was a set of missions set out specifically for the Defiant as well, which obviously gave you a blueprint. It was just basically, literally a quick run with the Defiant. That was pretty much it. So it's like the missions were over before I actually knew it. So, but yeah, there's not much you can say. So, rounding this off is a pretty simple grading this month. I'm actually going to grade this a C this month. It was a lot better than the last couple of months. We've had a bit more to do, but yeah, a good idea putting the officer back as a free to play path for an officer throughout the whole month. Brilliant. The fact that they've actually gave us a free-to-play path for the Defiant from day one. That's the biggest thing. We actually got a free-to-play path for the Defiant from day one. Yes, you could go out and buy it. So, but yeah. Now, a big thing that I will say for this month was an oopsie chest we got. Yes, we actually got an oopsie chest this month, and I'm quite impressed with it, because now it allows me to go out, and everyone else as well, it allows you to go after this thing right here. Yes, this is a pack which would normally cost you $100, or here in the UK, it would cost you 90 quid. Yes, an expensive pack, but it is packed with goodies. Now, obviously, because I can't do anything, I can't even look at it, I can show you this from the October, but this is pretty much what you're going to get on a daily basis, because what you'll get in the $100 pack is you will get 30 of these elite daily reward chips. Now, they are month specific, so you are going to get so you would have got the November ones when you buy the November pack. You would have got 30 of them, and then also, so you would have got 30 times what's actually in this chest, and then you'd have been able to claim this every single day for the next 30 days, or should I say actually 31 days left on this. I think it's about 70 days in total, or thereabouts, but it's not a bad payout. There's some good rewards, some decent speed ups, and if you really fancy going back and doing some G2 stuff, you can even get some G2 stuff. Hey! So that's not a bad, but the oopsie chest that we actually got gave us 400 of these tokens. 40 days worth of this. Now, this works for every single player, whether you were a whale who went out and bought this, or you're a free-to-play player. Free-to-play players, you obviously only stuck with the 40 days, but if you are a spender and you did buy this pack, that gives you a grand total of 70 days worth of resources and materials. What can go wrong with that? I mean, seriously, what can go wrong with that? Or what could, yeah. I mean, anything's possible. And obviously, when it was originally announced, the community managers actually misheard what Scopley said and actually told us we was only going to get 4 days worth of them. And then when 400 appeared, it was like to the players, okay, something's not right here, something's not right here. And even days after, despite the fact myself, Rev Juice, Ultimate DJs, No One Shout, the content creators were saying, no, this is not a mistake. Because as soon as we saw it, we went straight to we got to go straight, whoa, hang on, what's going on here? The announcement says 4 days, but we're being given 40. What's going on? I was told, no, it was a typo in the announcement. It should have read 40 days, not 4. And so we got a bonus. The spenders got an extra 40 days of this, and this was a benefit for all players, no matter what your level, no matter how much you spend in the game. And for me, that was a big one. So yeah, but obviously it wasn't originally part of the meta. It was because of the treasury. Yes, we got these oopsie chests because of the treasury. And the banner that kept appearing, the default error 5 that kept appearing every time. I mean, just check out one of my videos. I can't remember which one it was. But I was just littered with it in the first part of the video. It just kept popping up. So it was an absolute beauty of a chest from Scopley to give us, and I'm happy with it. I get to pull that every single day, and it's going to give me that little bit of a boost. Will we see an Oopsie chest like that again? Very much doubt it. And to be perfectly frank, right, Scopley actually did give us more than they actually needed to. They didn't really need to go that far on give us it, but they now have set this high precedence. We had this which crashed the game, and it actually turned out it was also damaging to some people who, with epilepsy and some other medical issues, where they could literally not log into the game because it was just causing that much of a problem. I'm pleased to see that it has actually been fixed, which means players can get back into the game and get playing and get claiming those chests as well. And there's obviously plenty of time on the timer as well. So it's a win-win all round. But anyway, C is what I'm going to grade this month. I'm really hoping for better next month. But next month we do have the spy coming up. Let me know in the comment section down below what you grade and how you felt about this month. Until then, yeah. Right, so, now obviously I'm not going to cash off just yet. There will be a slight editing to put that in, the goodbye in. I just want to go back to some of the comments. So, I want to see what the plus 120 or 220 will get you. Right, nuts. What do you mean by the plus 120 or 220? I'm not quite sure what you mean by that one. Pike, Spark, Jailer is best for Swarm. Yeah, Kay, that's what I actually use for the Swarm. Sherelle, missed most of, but we'll watch on playback. Just so I keep it coming. Cheers. No problem. Thank you very much, mate, for the subscription. I really do appreciate that one. All those content creators love our likes, and we love our subscription as well. It just basically lets us know that we're doing a good job, that you are enjoying the content that we're putting out. So please also do smash like and subscribe if you haven't. Also as well, even I've just started this. If you do want to donate to the channel, obviously any donations to myself will go towards me getting a proper PC setup than using a poxy little mobile phone. So, but I mean, she served me well, pretty well for the last 11 months. So I'm quite happy with that. Don't forget, he is Kinky Tiger. Yes, Tiga we've obviously mentioned is going to be referred to as Kinky Tiger. I am going to be editing the grading section out, and obviously, in fact, I might end up making a full full video of it tomorrow. Just had to see how much time I've got, but the grade at the end of the day is still going to be AC. It's not going to change. I went for Tendy for the hull boost. Is nice 2Q. Yes, the Tendy's hull boost is an absolute bloody brilliant thing. And I really can't wait to get my Valdor a little bit higher so I can actually put her in a slot and make it even stronger than what it is. Nuts, I noticed you were dropping comments in as I was going through the grading. So you got SMS, and it's OA. It's the OA that I like. OA. Why have I seen that acronym before? Yet I can't figure out what it is. OA. Oh, I don't know. And she's well worth it. Okay, Kevin, yep, okay. This the problem with doing a video in the middle of a live stream as well. Officer ability. That was it, yeah. Officer ability. Right, started the Armada with 258,000, and after 358,000, the loot was 49.5. Is that the Solo Armadas he was on about there? So, no, level like the Vidar. Okay, not quite sure what you're about. I noticed that coming while I was talking about the Defiant. Right, Pike, Mo, Jailer, or Picard, Beverly, Jailer to boost Jailer. Let me look at officer ability. Yes, Pike, Moreau, Jailer is the crew that I've currently nuts, which is what you suggested. So we are going to run this. Check Discord. Oh. Yeah, so we are going to run this. We're going to run this and see what happens, and just see how well it actually does. So let me go into the system. Now, to me, is how much hull damage am I going to take with this? So, right. So jumping into Discord when it loads. Been having a few problems with my Wi-Fi lately. Seems to be a big thing going round. Oh, right, here we go. Oh, that's not the crew loadout. Right, so that's the same that I run, and then so you're running Spock and TOS Kirk. Okay, but I can't see you got Kirk for the defense stats on your auger, and then right, yeah. Now I see what you mean with your numbers. Sorry, check Discord. That comment just disappeared. Do you have Strange New World Spice? Yes, I do. Okay, I do, and that's the primary crew that I actually do use. So, sign officers. There you go. This one right here, as you can see, is my preset. Swarm PvE. It's my preset. That's what I'm using. But obviously, I do want to look at this other formation as well and see how good they are. Full synergy for Geordie. Yeah. Yeah, so what I'll do, Nuts, is I will look at these for doing the level 40 Armadas and see how well they do. But obviously, I do bearing in mind that I have a stronger Franklin A than what you've got. By the looks of it, your Auger and D... Is that a D4 you've got there? Yeah, it is a D4. So, yeah, tier 5. Auger with 4 slots. Okay. Really? Okay. So yeah, I'll have a look at them and see what I can find. What we got here? Full synergy, and that's on your yeah. Okay. So yeah, what I'll do is I'll give them a good look at and see as well. I'm not sure when I'll get round to doing them, but I will get round to checking them out. So, but anyway, so right. So where's my Franklin? So how well she do? That's actually not too bad a hull damage actually. Let's have a quick look at the battle log. So yeah, not bad. 5% hull. So 3 rounds. Wow. Okay, so that looks... Yeah, okay. I'll say we're really boosting the... I'm not quite sure what weapon that... that's where we destroyed the... and then we just kept battering badly damaged. Look at the loot running a test. and look at the captain's ability. 43. That's about right for these swarms. Obviously, I won't get the loot bonus that she can give because I don't have Jailer as captain. For Pike Monroe to be effective, Pike needs to be captain. So, now, I should have. I've definitely not killed it that many today. Another... How many shots? 4 shots. Right, so this is a swarm using the standard meta. And again, it's around about 5%, but we're going an extra 2 rounds. So, but there's all 3 weapons firing again, and we hit a crit. Oh, hello. So, that's the standard one that obviously I did, like, this morning. So, yeah. Obviously went 5 rounds. Oh, hello. I hate when I do that. And then obviously... Right, back right up to the top. Oh. Eee. And then here you go. So what we got there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that is double shots. That is 2 shots. Should be 5 shots is its additional shots. What we got there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So basically that's his 3 weapons firing 3 times each time. So do you have more rounds but less damage per hit with Strange Pike? Let's have a look, shall we? So this is Pike Moreau, and we're mitigating a fair whack there. I think I'm actually max mitigation on this. 72,000 hull damage, 4,000, 4,000, 4,000, 444. Okay, so we're looking at around about 4,000 hull damage. Because that's in military, yeah. By the time I actually got around to doing that PvP event yesterday, everyone was already offline. So, the hull damage I'm taking here, well, there you go. It's conclusive right there. So, with Pike and Spark, I'm actually taking less hull damage because that's 2,000, 2,000, 2,000. The mitigation is still around about the same. And the shields, again, are obviously absorbing quite a bit as well. Because on the other log, it was 19,000. This one is around 21 to 23,000. So, but yes, I'm taking less hull damage by using the meta than I am with Pike Moreau Jailer. So, yeah. So I'm going to get... I'm going to get those extra shots as it is with Jailer using the standard meta. So yeah. I think either way it pans out around about the same. I should think I'll probably be able to get around about the 22 to 24 kills that I would normally get if I was using the meta. So is one different than the other? I really don't know. What I will do is I will actually put the 2 crews against each other I will do that as a Pike versus Pike part 2, because I already have done a video on that. So I will do a second round. And there was also another crew, Jailer as Captain, Strange New World Spock, and Kang, that was suggested. So as well, I will also run that. That's why you need to get Jailer from Gift, as it'll give you that +1, make it even faster. Yeah, it makes the rounds faster. It doesn't make the number of kills you've got to still do any less. Because obviously I still need to kill 22 ships in order to do my dailies. So, because I'll literally go as far as my dailies and then that's it. But I can certainly run some tests on that one and see how it goes. But anyway, right. It's reached midnight here in the UK. Yes, we are now on to Wednesday morning. We've got Cerritos coming up in 17 hours. Yay! I wonder what event I'm going to get today, because I'm actually quite interested in that one. But anyway, I should really retire because I need to get some sleep, because my son probably will be up in an hour or two, given the fact he's not got up now, which is a bonus. But anyway, thank you everyone for coming into the stream. Thank you everyone for your input today. It's been a brilliant stream. I've really enjoyed doing today. I will sort out this Jailer video. And sort out. I might release a grading, and I might just edit this video and put the grading right there. It'd probably be easier for me to do it that way. So, but anyway, Nuts, you've asked me to check Discord. You've sent me a crew loadout, but yet nothing has. Check your Discord. I sent in the results. Okay, so I can't see any results at current, but anyway, so if you do want to join the Discord, here's the, if I can just get it to, there we go, here's the link for the Discord. Obviously, if you do wish to donate to the channel as well, I would very much appreciate it, and I would be a massive thank you to those who donate. It is PayPal or Cash App. The description, well, the PayPal description is in the channel description. The Cash App's not there for some reason. I will have to sort that one out. But again, do also please like and subscribe. But anyway, this is Admiral Pegasus on the Pegasus Show saying thank you ever so much for watching, contributing, chatting, and I shall bid you all a good evening across the pond in the States, and a good night for anyone here in America, and good afternoon, morning, evening, wherever you are in the world. Stay safe, live long and prosper. And I shall see you on the next video. Good night.